Hi, I'm Jeffrey, and this is Life with a Pipe. Thanks for joining me again today. I've got another box to open with you. Let's check this out. When I did that tasting of Black Irish Twist, Jess Piping reached out to me and said he couldn't believe he hadn't shared that with me before, and he was happy to share with me some of his 5X, his blend of Five Brothers and Black Irish X. I only had a very small sample to work with, and he wanted to share with me the real deal. So thank you, Jess. I really appreciate this. I'm excited to smoke this today. This is wrapped up very, very well. I'm gonna cut through this and we'll get to the box inside. Two boxes and a letter. Jess, love your logo. Thank you for that sticker, by the way. Love it in my videos. Pardon me while I review this, see if there's anything here that's too personal. He says his 5X blend uses the sliced version that they sell of the Black Irish Twist. It's more like a ribbon cut, he says, and the rope version is what he reserves for smoking straight. Thank you for that tip, Jess. That's great. Looking at, like, there's Black Irish Twist, there's Black Irish XXXX. If anybody can explain what all those differences are, I would much appreciate it. Because looking at them, I can't tell which is which, or if they're variations in some sort of way, or if they're related, but they're different cuts, like Jess is saying here. That would be wonderful. Thank you again for this, Jess. I'm super excited. He also mentioned that he threw in a couple of his other favorite blends. He's got some nice little boxes here that kept everything safe while in transit. Oh, Jess, this is my first clipper. Jess and I talked about this in in some of the comments a little bit ago, how the clipper with the extension is what to look for. It was when I was talking about these Lints lighters that are refillable, that I can't find except in my local B&M anywhere, but these clippers are also refillable, and these seem to be really easy to find online and in smoke shops. So these being a little more accessible than these, he recommended I give this a try. Thank you, Jess. It even has a flame adjuster on it. Very nice flame, very easy to use. I like that. I love these extensions. Makes lighting so much easier. Black Irish X sliced version. Brown Irish X sliced version. Oh, thank you so much, Jess. I've been very curious about the Brown Irish X. And the next box here. Ooh, okay, so this is the 5X 50/50 Black Irish Twist sliced and Five Brothers. And you can tell the color between these two are night and day, or at least night and evening. Still quite dark, but there's definitely the burley component there. And Kendall Dark, which he just talked about the other day. This is awesome. I'll have to go back and recall what you had mentioned about Kendall Dark, how this was a replacement for something that you enjoyed previously, a dark-fired blend, if I wasn't mistaken. But I was just looking at this online the other night. Thank you for that sample. These are great sample sizes as well. And Fire Dance Flake, which is also a Gawith Hogarth. And look at that flake. I hope that comes through and it's not too glary of a light there, but that is a proper flake. It seems to be one of those flakes that just comes in a really long ribbon. and then you slice it off as needed. Those are going to be amazing, Jess. Thank you so much. I have been looking forward to trying your 5X that I'm going to pack a bowl of this right now, and we're going to check this out. All right, we're going to use the YTPC Legends 2026 Bones Pipe. This is my burley go-to at the moment. Okay, that smell is way more palatable. Now that smells like a dark-fired Kentucky. The burley of the Five Brothers, that ribbon cut, really, really mellows out the Black Irish X, and that is what I would expect a dark fire blend to smell like. Jess, I think you are a genius in coming up with this blend. The shag leaves a lot of air. So in this blend, I'm assuming we can pack it fairly tight. But having tobaccos of different cuts can cause some issues in the burning, but I don't think it'll be much of a concern because this is a very nice ribbon, and then the ribbon is, you know, interspersed with the Five Brothers. And the Five Brothers, you see the bigger chunks, which are most likely, you know, tobacco stems. They don't take the time to de-stem the burley. It's a very traditional process, apparently. And then you have the very fine cut ribbon leaves. But this smells amazing. Jess, this is super exciting. Thank you again for sharing. Oh yeah, I could smell that all day long. That is not offensive. I am not getting any like really burnt creosote steak dropped into a campfire. That's not what this is. This is a very nice dark fired Kentucky smell. All right, let's light her up. Before I light this up, let's cleanse the palate with a little bit of cream and coffee. A bit of a mid-afternoon pickup. I have not had many bowls to smoke this week. I am super excited about this. Let me light this up and I'll tell you a little bit more about my week. Already digging the clipper glider. That's great. Can bring the flame down a little bit. That's all the way right there. Yeah, Jess, you hit it out of the park here. If you've ever been put off by Black Irish X, you need to try this. If you're a dark fire Kentucky appreciator, I'm a DFK lover, but if you're just an appreciator, you would enjoy this blend. This is very, very nice. Black Irish X is an event. Very strong flavor, very in your face. This is dialed back. It is still nuanced. There's a lot of character here. But it is very pleasant. This is not smack you across the face. I do enjoy me some Five Brothers, but with this, dark fire note to it. So complimentary. Anyway, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week, we took my daughter to her college orientation, and that was an 8-hour drive up to the college. Couple hours that first night in some meetings, and then stayed overnight at a hotel. Daughter stayed on campus in the dorm so she could see what that experience was like and meet her peers. And then the next day was a full day of classes. And then that evening, we went out to a nice cigar bar in that area. And then another night in the dorms for the daughter, stayed the night in the hotel. Luckily, we had a very nice hotel. We picked well and look forward to going back there when we visit the area. And then the next day, a couple of meetings in the morning, and then we got to drive home, which was another 8 hours home. So a lot of travel this week. It mentally exhausting to do long drives like that. I used to be able to drive endlessly when I was younger. A 24-hour nonstop drive was not uncommon in our early days, especially around the holidays when we were visiting family and that sort of thing. And we'd drive all over the country. But I have not done that in a very long time. So that was a great experience. But anyway, I didn't take any pipes up with me. I wasn't sure what was available in the area as far as smoking locations and that sort of thing. So we opted for a cigar bar one night, which is a very nice experience. And but anyway, it's been very, very busy. Happy to finally sit down, relax with a pipe. Had one last night with the wife here in the office, and that was nice. So Jess, thank you for this. I needed this. This was and this evening, knowing what's in this, gonna have a nice nick hit to it. Not too strong, I'm assuming, but Five Brothers is not to be ignored. And we all know Black Irish X refuses to be ignored. So putting them together, we are not sacrificing any vitamin N with this blend. So as an afternoon smoke, this is setting me up nicely for a good evening. So I've been smoking this down, and the flavor has remained very consistent. This is not a super complex blend. The Dark Fire Kentucky creosote note is present, but it's interesting to the palate, and the burley burns very, very well, adding a nice nutty base note to this. Very, very pleasant blend. Thank you so much for sharing this with me, Jess. This is a joy. In the meantime, remember, life with a pipe is better than without. Bye for now.